Hi, I'm Scott Asnault, series producer for DLTV, and you're watching What's New Now, your twice-weekly dose of the tech news that matters. Are you still using Windows XP? Or do you want to make the switch back to XP from Vista? The PC Magazine staff has put together the best Windows XP tips, tricks, and hacks. Retrieve that forgotten password, speed up XP, shorten up that boot time, and even learn how to downgrade from Vista. Now, who would be crazy enough to say that $4 a gallon of gas is a good thing? Techno Ride, that's who! The editors at our sister blog have put together 5 reasons of why $4 a gallon is good in the long term, and that it might get the people in the United States to think about conservation. Reason number 5? Alternative fuels are looking better and better. Gee, you think? Ever consider having solar panels installed on the roof of your house? Lloyd Case, editor of ExtremeTech.com, has done just that. He goes through the entire process from the bidding to the installation, as well as the little glitches you might find along the way, like finding a small section of dry rot in the eaves, having to reroute a gutter downspout, and even having the wrong panels delivered. Oops. Lloyd also goes into great detail of the cost and carbon benefits of having a 6.1 kilowatt solar array. Ever had the desire to see what was going on in London while you're walking around Brooklyn, New York, but you didn't want to get on a plane? Well, now you can. The telectroscope was the vision of Victorian engineer Alexander Stanhope St. George. His great-grandson, British artist Paul St. George, found his great-grandfather's diagrams in his grandmother's attic and decided to complete the project, in part at least. The original diagram called for a tunnel to be dug from London to New York. Now, that feat is not really feasible at this time, not to mention the cost, so webcams are being used. So if you're in London or New York, you have until June 15th to stop by the telectroscope and wave a greeting across the pond. Is the new Borders.com too little too late? The newly relaunched Borders.com broke away from its sales partner, Amazon.com, to go back out and sell books online. The concept is to provide a friendly online experience for its brick-and-mortar customers. Borders believes that this new site can take advantage of this unique niche, the brick-and-mortar customer, without competing directly with Amazon. An agreement has been made that may kill your cable box. Cable companies in the consumer electronics industry have taken a step closer to a deal that would allow consumers to access integrated data without the assistance of a set-top box. Sony and 6 major cable companies agreed to adopt the Java-based True Two-Way solution powered by Cable Labs, new streamlined technology licenses, and new ways for those involved to cooperate in the development of True Two-Way technologies at Cable Labs. Samsung has already announced its support of True Two-Way. This month, Nintendo joined Sony and Microsoft by debuting its WiiWare service. The WiiWare lineup shows that the Wiimote is a gateway to unique games that would not work well on Nintendo's rivals, the PS3 and Xbox 360. However, the service does highlight one of the Wii's most serious issues, a lack of storage space, which will frustrate the fans of WiiWare. Hopefully, Nintendo can come up with a proper storage solution other than the painfully slow SD card. A Minnesota woman may get a do-over after being ordered to pay $220,000 for downloading 24 songs in the nation's first music download trial. The issue at hand is whether the RIAA has to prove anyone else actually downloaded the copyrighted songs or whether it is enough to argue that the defendant made the copyrighted music available for copying. The RIAA has argued that all it has to prove is that the defendant made the music available, comparing it to somebody selling pirated DVDs on the street. U.S. District Court Judge Michael J. Davis instructed jurors that making sound recordings available without permission violates record company copyrights regardless of whether actual distribution had been shown. Recently, Judge Davis said he may have made a mistake. Oral arguments on a question of a new trial are planned for July 1st in Duluth, where the trial took place. That's it for this episode. I'm Scott Asnault, and you're watching What's New Now.